Well guys, here we are in the all-new GMC Acadia, and in this video we're going to be doing something a little bit different. As you can see, we are not on the road. We are off-roading in this all-new Acadia. We are in the AT4 version, which is the most off-road capable Acadia that they make, so we can't wait to show you this vehicle's capability when it comes to off-road. So let's go ahead and dive into that. Alright guys, so here we are in terrain mode. We're going over an off-road obstacle here in the GMC Acadia AT4. So this is the most off-road capable Acadia that they make. And as you can see, we got a lot of tires off the ground.
Yeah.
In this Acadia. You know, you wouldn't expect for a family SUV that you would really need to have that level of capability, but for those of you that are looking for a lot of capability and a lot of comfort with a family three-row, this certainly is going to be one of the only options that adds like real capability. A lot of choices in this segment may not add the real capability that some people are looking for.
Right, so the big thing with a situation like that, where you have certain tires completely off the ground, is the twin clutch all-wheel drive system. That's going to be able to divert the torque to whatever wheel needs it the best. That is exclusive to the AT4. We also, of course, we're in the terrain mode. So what that's going to do is just give you the best torque management for that system. Speaking of, I'll go ahead and take us into a different drive mode. They recommended we go into just the off-road mode, because now we're on kind of a higher speed sandy portion there, but that's certainly as challenging as you'd expect to ever see in a family crossover. Plus you've got the skid plates that are underneath the vehicle as well, to make sure if you hit a rock or something like that, you're going to be protected.
So as you can see, that we're going about 40 miles per hour on this gravel strip of road on our way to some different off-road obstacles that we'll encounter in this Acadia AT4. Before we get there, though, I do want to just highlight a few main elements of this AT4, as well as talk about what's under the hood for those of you that haven't already seen some of our Acadia content. So what's under the hood is an all-new engine this year. It's a 2.5-liter turbo 4-cylinder. It's making 328 horsepower, 326 pound-feet of torque. So the really good thing about that is that we do have quite a lot of power and quite a lot of torque that will help us in certainly any type of off-road situation. The torque figure is going to be very useful for sure with this vehicle.
All right, so now what we're driving through is kind of some sand. So this is a little bit of a deeper sand. As you can see, it's pretty rutted out as I'm coming through here. And, this is a good place to test out the capability with the all-wheel drive system as well as the all-terrain tires kind of working together, making sure that we have plenty of traction getting through these areas. I will say, back on the gravel road in particular, really a nice stable feel. You're not seesawing back and forth on the steering wheel or anything like that. We're in the off-road mode, so once again, that is going to be kind of related to a lot of like torque management and just kind of utilizing the all-wheel drive system in the best way for the specific environment that you're in.
Yeah, and I mean, I have to say, like, just kind of cruising here, we are going pretty high speed, and the thing about it that is impressing me a lot is the suspension setup and how they've tuned it. Going around 40 miles per hour through the sand, on the dirt, on those types of things, when you hit a large bump in the road, you certainly are going to notice that the suspension is doing a fantastic job of handling this off-road situation, as well as the on-road dynamics as well.
Now, I do want to point out explicitly that this AT4's purpose is not to be a hardcore off-road SUV. This is still going to be a family SUV at its core. It's just that this is giving you that extra capability, that extra reassurance so that you can go and do some moderate off-road tasks. And this is going to be, you know, more capable than some of the previous AT4 products, like in the last generation, because we do have some additional off-road things such as those skid plates.
Yeah, and I think that's really the point that I do want to hammer in as well, is that, you know, it does still have those great family 3-row characteristics, but it is for that person that's looking for that additional capability. Not hardcore off-roading, but that additional capability of doing something like this, where maybe the road to your, you know, parents' house or whatever is a little bit off-roading. This is going to be the vehicle of choice for that. And I think now that we've entered back onto the traditional pavement is a great time to just talk about that duality that we've been discussing throughout this entire video so far. It's just as comfortable here on the pavement as it is off-roading on like a gravel stretch of road. So I think that's a very nice thing about this vehicle. And like Drew said, you do have a twin-clutch all-wheel drive system that is special for the AT4. That's actually the only way that you can get that twin-clutch all-wheel drive system. Even the Denali does not get that. So it is special for this version entirely. And I also want to point out, for your transmission, you have an 8-speed automatic. So that's going to be routing power to the ground very smoothly. We've sampled that out in other versions of the Acadia as well, and it does a very good job of just getting you the power when you need it.
Yeah, by the way, the AT4 does come standard with all-wheel drive. Yeah. The other two versions, the Elevation and the Denali, those will come standard with front-wheel drive and have available all-wheel drive.
And guys, that's going to be where we leave off on this off-road specific video of the all-new GMC Acadia AT4. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, we would appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button down below. By subscribing, you're going to get more car content like this. And I do want to remind you, if you happen to stumble upon this video and you want to learn more about the on-road driving dynamics of the AT4, we do have a dedicated review on the channel covering that. So go ahead and check that out if you'd like to learn more about this specific trim level on the inside, outside, as well as on-road dynamics. You can find that. Additionally, we have other Acadia content as well. So on the Denali trim level, if you're more focused on that luxury side, you can find videos on our channel as well. So be sure to check that out. If you're already a fan and subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support, and we'll catch you next time as we sample more of the latest automotive delicacies.